Hey guys, it's Kevin Prasad here, and today I'm going to teach you how to start off with your stance. So for the stance itself, if you're right-handed, we're going to stand shoulder length apart. We're going to take a left step forward, just like we normally walk. From here, what we're going to do, we're going to take our right step, not backwards or not diagonally, but actually off to the side, horizontally. The reason being is we want to have a nice wide base for any strike that we throw. Okay, so from here, of course, you got to bend your knees because all power is going to come from the feet and all the way up the body. So I'm just going to readjust myself because every stance is just a little bit different, but the concepts are going to stay the same. So one more time from the top, shoulder length apart, left step forward, right step out to the side, and of course, got to protect your face at all times, so you bring your hands up. A common mistake that everybody makes though is they shrug their shoulders. There's no need for that. You're just creating a lot of extra tension on the shoulders. From here, literally just look at the hands, make a nice tight fist, up to the elbows, and then up to the face, okay? Here is ideal because you get to protect your full face right here. Here's not too bad. At the very lowest when we're tired, you can have it at the chin. Protection is always first, defense is always first, so you want to keep those hands up, bend those knees, and that is an orthodox fighter stance. From southpaw, everything is the same, except we're going to take a right step forward, our left step is going to go off to the side, and everything else is going to be the same. The reason being is our dominant side hand, we want to have it behind, because that sets up our power shots, okay? So our lead hand, or whichever hand is ahead of our body, we're going to set up our power strikes or our rear hands or our rear strikes later on down the line, okay? So that is a basic Muay Thai stance. Today, I will show you how to do a very basic combination on the bag that you have at home, or if you don't have a bag, I'll show you another substitution that you can do instead for it. So don't worry, we got you, okay? So for the first part, guys, a very simple one we're going to start off with is a jab cross. Now, if you're right-handed, your left hand is going to be the jab, your right hand is going to be the cross, because we got to set up those power shots with our lead hand. If you are southpaw or left-handed, you switch your stance first, and the right hand is going to be our jab, the left hand is going to be our setup shot and our power shot there, which is called the cross there, okay? So one more time from orthodox, because I am right-handed myself, we're going to go with a jab cross, and right back to the face. Remember, defense is always the most important thing, so bring those hands back to the face. Jab, cross, right back. One hand strikes, the other hand defends at all times, okay? Generate that power from the feet. Twist your feet. Imagine there's a bug on the ground, my back foot is going to squish that bug. That's how you generate the power from the hip to shoot that cross right down the middle, okay? So one more time. Jab, cross, right back. Use those legs, generate power from your legs there, okay? From here, one more time, hands back to the face after every strike. Jab, cross, right back. Now, you might imagine this might get very tired, so breathe on every strike as well, too. As I throw my strike, I exhale, a nice sharp exhale. Breathe in. When I throw my strike, exhale. Right back to your face there, okay? One more time, guys. And that's a very simple combination you can do on the bag, just to get the body going from there, okay? If you guys don't have a bag, that is no problem. We'll push this out the way for right now. You can do this called shadow boxing. From shadow boxing, we're literally just boxing our shadow. So you can do it in there. Everything is gonna stay the same though, okay? Feet, make sure your stance is properly to begin with. Keep those hands up, right in the air. You always wanna look up, don't look down. You're gonna otherwise create the bad habit of punching down. So keep those hands up. Jab, cross, right back to the face. Jab, cross, right back to the face. One hand strikes, the other hand defends at all times. One hand strikes, the other hand defends at all times. Generate the power from the feet. Twist the back foot on the cross. Shoot from the hip on the jab, okay? One more time, guys. Jab, cross, right back. And now we just added breathing towards the end, so let's add it in here again. And that is a very basic combination you can do on a heavy bag if you have one at home, or shadow boxing if you don't, okay? So from here, we did the straight punches. That's perfect. Now that sets up our power shots, okay? One of my favorite power shots to throw is the left hook or the lead hook. So from orthodox, it's just gonna be 3 steps to it. Very simple. We're gonna bring the elbow up first, the 90-degree bend with the arm, and then let the hips do all the work. okay? A common mistake that everybody does is they wind up and they put a lot of torque on their shoulder. That creates just more problems down the line. We're gonna avoid that. We're gonna keep it structured the way our body's supposed to be, okay? So one more time, from my orthodox stance or my right-handed stance, my hands are gonna be up. My elbow is going to come up to my shoulder, not too far, not too low. That Goldilocks method, just right. 90-degree bend, and let my hips do all the work. I turn both feet. When I have contact with something, that impact is gonna send me right back, okay? So throw the hook, right back, okay? One more time from the top, elbow up, 90-degree bend, let my hips do the work. I keep my knees bent as well too. Don't straighten up, you're losing all the power you work for in the technique there. So keep those knees bent, that's where the power is gonna come from, okay? After you make that contact, you come right back into stance, ready to go again, because if you can strike, somebody else can strike. So defense is always going to be first, okay? Now from southpaw, everything is going to be the same. Of course, the stance is just mirrored now. Hands up, elbow out, 90-degree bend, turn those feet to bring it nice and round. If you're observing very, very well, you'll notice that my hand position changes just a little bit. Now, if you're very new to any of the striking, a safer way to throw this hook is this way, vertical thumbs up. The reason being is if you were to miss, you catch the inside of your fingers, but if you're to do it like a professional, if you miss here, if you go a little too far extended, you catch your thumb, and that's, you can sprain your thumb, which is not good, especially if you're not trying to be a pro fighter or anything like that, just a normal day in the office. You don't want any injuries at all, okay? So one more time, if you want to be a little more safer, if you're a little more newer to any of the striking, elbow up, hands out, but keep your fist vertical, not horizontal for right now, vertical, thumbs up to the sky, because when you make that contact, you have it nice and straight there. And if you were to make a mistake or we get tired, we typically open up and you can make contact with the inside of the fingers, which is a lot more safer than making the inside of your thumb there. Okay, so just another tip for safety wise, okay? So let's apply it to the bag now. So from before, we did jab cross, let's add that left hook into it. So from my orthodox stance, my right-handed stance, hands up, knees bent, my back heel is lifted, jab, cross, left hook, okay? Jab, cross, elbow up, hand comes out 90 degree, but as you can see my hands here, as soon as I'm starting to throw it, I'm bringing my hand back, big hook to finish, and right back to my face. One hand strikes, the other hand defends at all times, okay? From here, from southpaw now, same thing, jab, cross, big hook, okay? Turn those feet to get that power, okay? Right here, okay? Back to orthodox, jab, cross, big hook, okay? Let's do it full speed now. As you can see guys there, I'm not overextending to create a lot of torque on my shoulder. Everything stays tight, everything stays structured. Right here, big hook, everything's in line there, okay? So remember, safety, defense is always first. Protect your face at all times, okay? And that's how you throw the left hook or the lead hook there. Okay, so guys, we did a bunch of stuff with the hands now. Now we gotta work in the legs there, okay? So for a basic Muay Thai kick, I want you guys to go through the bag. Think about not like karate or taekwondo where it's a point system, where you're just touching and flicking and coming back, but this one, more like a baseball bat, where we go right through with our kick, okay? So from our stance, we keep the back heel lifted. Everything is just like we described before. Keep those hands up. And from here, we're gonna go up tall on our lead leg. We're gonna pivot on our lead leg right here, and then we're gonna throw the kick right through, okay? As we make the contact with the bag, that force will drive us right back to our stance here. So I'll go nice and slow to begin with. From my fighter stance, I go up on the ball of my foot on my lead leg, pivot right through. As you can see, the point of contact is never going to be the foot for this specific kick. We want to get the middle of the shin, because if you were to connect with your foot on a full commitment kick, you'll just snap your ankle, and that's never fun to have, okay? So again, point of contact is going to be the middle of the shin. Rotate right through the bag. This is not point system. We're going for that kill there, okay? So again, fighter stance right here. Back heel is lifted. I'm gonna go up on the ball of my foot, be nice and tall with that kick, and pivot right through. And right back into my stance. So that force driving into the bag will bring you right back. And of course, breathe. Breathe on every single strike you do, otherwise you're just gonna get tired. Okay, so one more time, let's get a little more juice into it. And right back. A common thing you might see with Muay Thai practitioners as well too is swinging the arm down. That is okay as long as the shoulder and the hip are coming together. Think of it like a door. The top of the door, the bottom of the door, they go together. So if I do swing my arm down, it's no problem. My shoulder and my hip are together. So one more time, keep an eye on my shoulder, keep an eye on my hip, and right back down. Keep those hands up, keep those legs bent, and you're right back into business there, okay? Okay guys, that is it for today. I hope you guys learned something. We cover from stance all the way into a basic combination, including a kick. So now you have the hands and you have the kick. Remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. If you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit notifications as well too, and hit that best cross on that like button, okay? I'll see you guys next time.